This is all of the great advice that I have either seen or been given while on a GLP-1 medication. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey and hopefully you'll come along for the ride. So if you haven't seen my last video where I talked about all the bad advice, definitely go check that out. It was pretty entertaining. Today, I'm going to be talking about all the great advice that I've seen. I've got it written down on my little notebook here. So let's just jump right into it. Prioritize protein. So we all know that we need to get our protein in. It's recommended that you get at least 30 grams of protein per meal, but really you want to make sure that you're prioritizing protein. It's going to help you maintain your muscle mass. It's going to keep you fuller, longer. It's going to help you if you're trying to build muscle. So protein is definitely important. Stay hydrated. So you want to be getting at least 64 ounces of water a day. I know that there are some people who make like crazy, like a billion gallons, right? You don't have to do that, but you do want to make sure that you're hydrated, and that's going to be different for each person. So on average, it's recommended at least 64 ounces of water. Now, that can be flavored water, that can be electrolytes, right? You put the electrolytes in. However you want to do it, make sure that you're staying hydrated. Resistance training. This one has been key in maintaining muscle mass. So I know that a lot of people recommend, get your steps in, do cardio. And those are very good options, but you definitely want to make sure that you're getting in some sort of resistance training, whether that's resistance bands, light weights, right? However you want to do it, there are a ton of YouTube videos to help you get started, no matter where you are in your weight loss journey. So definitely check those out and incorporate resistance training into your weight loss journey. Another bit of advice that is key and is very good is you will stall, and it's okay. It's normal, it's natural, it's not the end of the world. I know we're all chasing that number on the scale, but you need to remember that being in a caloric deficit and losing weight is not something that your body wants to do, right? Your body wants to stay where it is. It wants to be comfortable. It wants to be fluffy. It wants to be warm. It does not want to lose weight. So sometimes your body is going to have to take a break. If you are doing everything correctly and you're tracking everything, which I'll get into here in a minute, then you can just ride out the stall and the weight loss will continue. Track your food and calories. This one is a big one. And I know that there are some people that don't like to track calories. They don't like to track their food. And that's fine if that's the route you want to go. But if you are looking to reestablish your relationship with food, this is a really great way to start. No, you don't have to track your calories for the rest of your life, but it is a very helpful tool when you're learning correct portion sizes, how to identify, calorically dense foods, right? We're relearning all of these things so that we can be healthier long term. So tracking your calories, tracking your food can be very helpful. It can also be really helpful on a GLP-1 medication because some foods may be trigger foods, meaning that they cause you to have sulfur burps, or they may give you indigestion or nausea. If you are tracking everything, then it's much easier to figure out what foods are causing you a problem so that you can make adjustments. Use the TDEEcalculator.com to calculate your caloric deficit. If you need help getting started with that, I've made a couple of videos where I show how to use it. And also, just as a reminder, if you have lost weight, you need to recalculate your caloric deficit. But this has really been a game changer for a lot of people on their weight loss journey. Eat a balanced diet. guess what? You don't have to go on some fad diet. Yay! This medication is great. So the whole point of this medication is that it helps your body function properly. So you do not need to go on a fad diet or a crazy juice cleanse or any of that garbage. You don't have to do it. Now, if you are diabetic like myself, then you may want to consider doing something that is lower in carb, but you don't necessarily have to cut out all carbs, right? Carbs are not the bad guy here. So you don't have to do a fad diet. You can eat a balanced diet and lose weight. Another bit of fantastic advice, stay on each dose as long as it's working. That's all I'm going to say. If you want more information on that, check out my titration video. But this has been some of the best advice that I have ever received while on this journey. Plan for shortage. Don't wait until you can't get your medication for weeks or months at a time before you come up with a plan. If you are having issues with the shortage right now, definitely go check out my compounding video and be on the lookout for your medication to come in stock, but have a plan so that it's not causing you a lot of heartache when the time comes that you are affected by a shortage. Don't talk about these medications while you're at work. Now, I know that this seems counterintuitive because people are going to be asking you, oh my gosh, you've lost so much weight. What are you doing? Do yourself a favor and remember this. Work is work. Look, even Kevin is saying it. Work is work. I'm going to give it to you brutally honest. Work people are not your friends. I don't care how long you've been working with them. I don't care how great they are. I'm sure that they are. They are not your friends. Do not talk about these medications at work. Somebody, somewhere that you have no idea about is going to either be jealous or irritated or offended or say something offensive to you. Just avoid the conversation. If you want to talk about it with your friends, with your family, absolutely go for it. But at work, keep it about work. Do not talk about these medications. I have seen so many people that have ended up in HR getting in a fight with somebody because somebody made some snide remark about them taking a GLP-1 medication. Do not put yourself in that position. The best position to be in is to just don't talk about it. If somebody says, oh my gosh, you've lost so much weight, how are you doing it? Diet and exercise. Because let's be honest, that's what we're all doing. We're incorporating a healthy lifestyle, we're making lifestyle changes, and we are losing weight. The fact that there's a medication involved is nobody's business but your own. Now, if you decide that you want to talk to people, talk to your friends, talk to your family, right? At least if you get in a fight with them, it's not going to affect you every day at work. I have seen so many people talk about, oh, I don't know what to do. I told my work bestie that I'm on this medication and now she's mean to me. Like, don't put yourself in that situation. Most of us have to work the majority of the day. You do not want your workplace to become hostile or for you to hate to go to work because everybody's talking about you behind your back. It's none of their business. Just don't say anything. Change your lifestyle from the start. So this has been great advice that I have taken to incorporate healthy foods and healthy lifestyle from the very beginning. I did it very slowly and slowly started to incorporate more and more. There are many people who choose to do it like cold turkey, like they just change their whole life in one go. You don't have to do that. You absolutely can. But for me, making those small changes over the period of a few months really made a difference. And now that I'm so far into my weight loss journey, down 61 pounds, it's like second nature. I don't have any problem going out to eat and ordering food. I don't have any problem turning down a dessert if I'm out with family. So if you make those small changes and you are committed to them over time, you will do wonders for yourself. If you don't lose weight right away on a GLP-1 medication, don't panic. So many people panic in the first 3 doses of their medication, and they don't understand why they're not losing huge chunks of weight. Each person is an individual. Some people don't start losing weight until they're higher up in dose, and you may just be one of those people. Just utilize the rest of the good advice, right? Prioritize protein, stay hydrated, make healthy choices, get your movement in, and as you go, you will start to see a difference. At some point, chances are the medication is going to start working for you, and all of that hard work that you're putting in is going to pay off. Don't panic and don't give up. In the same theme of don't give up, make sure that you are trying a medication all the way up to its highest dose before you decide that it's not working for you. Now, I'm not talking about people that are having horrible side effects and they can't stay on the medication. I'm talking about people who are on the medication at the lower doses and they're getting frustrated because they're not seeing weight loss. I cannot tell you how many times when I was researching, I saw people say, I didn't lose a single pound until I got to X highest dose. And then the weight just started coming off. And they ended up staying on that high dose for a year and reaching their goal weight. You just don't know how it's going to affect you until you get into it. It's just one of those trial and error things. And even then, there have been people that have gone up to the highest dose in a specific medication and then switched over to another one because that one wasn't working for them, and then they got results. So it's a little bit of trial and error. You want to talk to your doctor and make sure that you're making the best choice based on your health conditions, but don't give up if you're at just the first few levels of dosage and you're not seeing results. Commit to the healthy lifestyle and eventually you'll get there. Last but not least, heal your relationship with food. I cannot emphasize this enough. Whether you are struggling with an ED or you just have a tendency to lean towards calorie-dense foods, wherever you fall on the spectrum, remember, we all got to where we were being overweight for a reason. Heal that relationship with food. Don't be afraid to reach out to a professional, either a nutritionist, a dietitian, a psychologist, whatever it is that you feel would be most helpful for you. Do not be afraid to reach out for help, because healing that relationship with food is going to be life-changing. And I cannot emphasize that enough. It does require work. It's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. But if you are committed to doing the best that you can possibly do for yourself, then healing your relationship with food is going to bring you ultimate success. And that's all I want for all of you. Okay, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up if you found it to be helpful. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you along for all of my shenanery. And don't forget, the link to my support group, my positive only support group, is down in the description box. Here's Kevin. What's going on? I'm saying goodbye to all the people. Did you want to say goodbye to your people? He doesn't. He's a good boy. Anyway, like, subscribe, and as always, be kind, rewind.